The universe creates from the top down, starting from the crown. The Kabbalistic tree of life is a framework, a sort of diagram for how the universe creates, moves, and operates. This whole universe resides in the mind of the all, and everyone and everything is living in this mind. God isn't an old man in the sky giving harp lessons to angels and judging everyone. God is a frequency that humans can tune into. Meditating on the Tree of Life is one wonderful way of tuning in to divine frequency and divine timelines. God became man so that man could become God. The Tree of Life not only shows us how the universe works, but how we as individual humans work also. When one meditates on the Tree of Life, one is programming their mind to think, move, act, and create like God. There are multitudes of meditations and rituals that involve working with the Tree of Life. Some of these rituals follow specific patterns, paths from one area of the tree to another. One of my favorite patterns to meditate on is the flaming sword, or the lightning flash. It's one of my favorites because the descent of divine power in this zigzag pattern is how everything in the universe becomes manifest. The lightning starts from the first emanation, or Sefirot of Keter, crown, and flashes down into the other 9 emanations in chronological order. It's a simple pattern to follow and a great addition to the middle pillar ritual. The flaming sword is where you not only engage the middle pillar, but the right and left pillars also. Are you ready to remember your divine nature? Are you ready to feel the power of God flow through you? Are you ready to realize that you are God in human form? If so, wonderful, because in this video I am guiding you through a mage space adaptation of the Flaming Sword meditation. This meditation is a repetitious process of visualizing a specific sphere, filling the emanation with light, focusing on the associated qualities and attributes, and then vibrating a divine name. There are many ways to do this, and there are variations of these divine names and debates on how some of these divine names ought to be pronounced. I experiment with different pronunciations a lot, and you will find several variations and slightly different vocalizations of these divine names woven into the content of this channel. It is my firm belief that no pronunciation is wrong when done with righteous and respectful intentions. Everyone's voice is different. Everyone phrases their vowels and consonants a bit differently, even if it's their first language. Moreover, some people have speech impediments. If a person physically cannot pronounce specific letters, does this mean they can't tune in to the God frequency? Of course it doesn't. Having said that, in this meditation, I am vibrating these divine names how I personally prefer to pronounce them most of the time, which is closer to the original Hebrew than the Latin and Christian alterations, according to my current understanding of the Hebrew language. I'll expound upon this further in future videos. Today is not for expounding, today is for meditating. Before we begin, if this video is good for your soul, tapping like would be amazing. I really like reading and responding to comments also, so if you feel like sharing how this meditation made you feel, please do. Super thanks if you've been enjoying these free videos and feel led to show your support by contributing monetarily. I would greatly appreciate that. Subscribe to see more videos like this. Now let's begin. Stand in a quiet and undisturbed space. Take 3 deep breaths. go into one circuit of box breathing. One box. Now continue box breathing, and as you inhale, visualize a sphere of white light forming and floating above you. And as you hold, see the emanation become more dense. And as you exhale, see the Sefirot glow. And as you hold, once again, see the light linger, retaining all of its power. Repeat this process. With every round, the sphere of white light glows brighter and more brilliant. This is the emanation of Keter, crown. This is divine, pure will, the unmanifested potential of God, the source of all creation. It is where we all come from, and it is where we will all one day return. The divine name is Ehyeh, I am. Inhale and see this emanation flood with even more light. Hold, then vibrate. Once more, inhale. Now push all the remaining air out of your lungs with a big exhale. And see the light from Keter flash down at an angle to your right side, slightly above your head. You will now box breathe into the visualization of creating another emanation. This time of glistening pearly gray. Chokmah, wisdom, is the first active manifestation of divine energy and represents the primordial masculine force, the raw dynamic power of creation. The divine name is Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh. I am that I am. Inhale and see the emanation flood with even more light. Yod-Heh-Vav-Heh. Push all the remaining air out of your lungs with a big exhale and see the light from Chokmah flash to the left side of your head. Inhale and see a black sphere of energy begin to take shape. Binah, understanding, is the primordial feminine force, providing form and structure. This is the womb where ideas from Chokmah are developed. It is our understanding and receptive consciousness. The divine name is Yahweh Elohim, Lord God. Yahweh Elohim. Yahweh Elohim. Push all the remaining air out of your lungs with a big exhale and see the light from Binah flash down at an angle to your right shoulder. Inhale and see a blue sphere of energy begin to take shape. Chesed, mercy, represents love, kindness, and expansion. It symbolizes the force that gives without restraint and is associated with benevolence and grace. The divine name is Elkai, living God. Push all the remaining air out of your lungs with a big exhale and see the light from Hesed flash across your body to the left shoulder. Inhale and see a red sphere of energy begin to take shape. Gevura, severity, represents discipline, strength, and judgment. It's associated with power and necessary limitation, balancing the energy of Hesed. The divine name is Elohim Gibur, mighty God. Elohim Gibur. Elohim Gibur. Push all the remaining air out of your lungs with a big exhale and see the light from Gevura flash down to the center of your chest. Inhale and see a gold sphere of energy begin to take shape. Sefirot, beauty, represents harmony, balance, and compassion. The central Sefirot that integrates and balances the opposing energies of Hesed and Gevura, the harmonious interplay of all elements. The divine name is Yahweh Eloah Veda'at, God of knowledge. Yahweh Eloah Veda'at. Yahweh Eloah Veda'at. Push all the remaining air out of your lungs with a big exhale and see the light from Sefirot flash down to your right hip. Inhale and see a sea foam green sphere of energy begin to take shape. Netzach, victory, represents creativity and the creative force that drives achievement in the overcoming of obstacles, emotion, passion, and the endless drive to keep moving. The divine name is Yahweh Sabaoth, Lord of Hosts. Yahweh Sabaoth. Yahweh Sabaoth. Push all the remaining air out of your lungs with a big exhale and see the light from Netzach flash to your left hip. Inhale and see an orange sphere of energy begin to take shape. Hod, splendor, is associated with the intellect, learning, and communication. It's a receptive energy that balances the creativity of Netzach. The divine name is Elohim Tzabaot, God of Hosts. Elohim Tzabaot. Elohim Sabaoth. Push all the remaining air out of your lungs with a big exhale and see the light from Hod flash down into your sacral region. Inhale and see a purple sphere of energy begin to take shape. Yesod, foundation, acts as the foundation of the spiritual world. It represents the astral plane and the subconscious mind, memory, imagination, and dreams. The divine name is Shaddai Elkai, Almighty Living God. Shaddai Elkai. Shaddai Elkai. Push all the remaining air out of your lungs with a big exhale and see the light from Yesod flash down to your feet. Inhale and see a brown-black sphere of energy begin to take shape. Malkuth, kingdom, represents the physical world and material existence, the culmination of the energies flowing through the tree. This is your divine presence within the material realm. The divine name is Adonai Haaretz, Lord of the Earth. Adonai Haaretz. Adonai Haaretz. Push all the remaining air out of your lungs with a big exhale, then draw your attention to Keter. Inhale and see Keter once again fill with light. Hold, and as you exhale, see a beam of light from Keter flash down the middle pillar all the way to Malkuth. Inhale, and as you conclude your final box breathing circuit, see Malkuth and the planet Earth begin to merge. Breathe into the concept of grounding your energy to this planet, here and now, where your physical body resides. I recommend following this ritual with the Kabbalistic cross. To come out of it, clap your hands and take a moment to reorient yourself to the physical space around you. Thank you for watching.